I think it's very important to always strive to never be ignorant, and that's like a big it's a challenge, because a lot of the time you're unaware um, of problems you might have, or a bias towards yourself when it comes to an argument or a view or something else. And these things can hold you back when it comes to relationships and life in general. I've struggled a lot, I think, in the past with um, things I've done that didn't align with my views or how I view myself in general. And then as a result, it ended up with me going through all sorts of pain and depression over it, because I had just felt so. I would beat up myself over problems that I had caused or hurting someone else emotionally, and it would gross me out so much that I was able to do that, and I'd feel so just the opposite of that always, and then I'd do it or make a bad choice or panic or something, and it would result in me being depressed and not knowing who I was and constantly questioning who am I as a person. And it took a long time to figure out a general idea of who I am and who I want to be in life and what makes me truly the happiest. And a lot of it came from TV or movies or relationships and just everyday things that I do that make me feel happy overall, or little things I do occasionally. I discovered anytime I'm in any sort of depressive period in my life, I like to help people out more, even if it is a daunting task at the time. It normally always pays off, and it's not something I ever regret. Um, I feel like I'm boasting about myself, but the other day I saw a homeless guy and I threw him some money, and then a few days before that I donated a little bit of money that I had after I got my paycheck to St. Jude's and stuff, and I'm at a bad mental state right now, and knowing that I was able to do good or help in any sort of way makes me feel a lot better and helps me, I don't know, feel more confident in knowing that I know the shape of my own soul, or that I can do good and it's not always just bad outcome. And there's been lots of good things in my life. I'm not gonna pretend things have always been bad, but I'm constantly at war with myself and trying to do the best I can. Or just thinking about it and getting stuck in a loop of never actually doing something, and that's caused me lots of trouble. So I'm trying to do more and push myself more. I feel like I don't have a choice when it comes to that. It's I could not push myself and just end up stuck forever and just become unhappier and unhappier and unhappier, and nothing will ever change. But on the other hand, I can be more active, hang out with friends more, spend time on things or like skills that I can develop, like editing or working on like Blender, or trying to figure out Blender or Unity, the game engine, because I'm into like programming and stuff, and I want to make my own like game one day. So having something of substance that you can like show, like, hey, I did this, or like, hey, I accomplished this, is something you need to do. It will help you keep like a grip on like time and not feel completely lost in your life and feel like you're getting something done. Even with ADHD, which is normally like you'll have problems like getting a reward or feeling rewarded after like doing something, but still it's still like a little dopamine spike. So like you need that, and you need to know that you're actually moving forward, and you don't want to get to a point where you just feel like stagnant. And there's going to be stagnant periods of your life, but you still can be doing something, and it'll help you out in the long run. I can guarantee, I promise. But I think even talking about what's going on or writing it out is deeply beneficial as well. And writing out what your goals are and everything, like, manifestation is kind of real. If you focus on something a lot and put time into it, it can work out. You never know. And like with learning skills and stuff, like if you want to like make a game like me, I've made like ping pong like games before, and just like being able to do that was deeply rewarding. And I was like, oh, like I actually can like get stuff done. I can actually do stuff like other people. You gotta stay focused. You gotta, not all the time, but like you gotta have something you do. And there's gonna be time periods where you'll get down. Don't beat yourself up, but always reflect and never try and have a bias towards yourself, and try and see things as clear as you possibly can. And people generally don't mean you as much harm as you probably think they do. They're just ignorant. So try not to be ignorant. Try to be kind and do things that make you feel like you're moving forward or getting something done. You need to have a feeling like you have a place in life, and that's super important. But I hope you guys found some of what I said useful. I just needed to like yap about like things that I thought were important and kind of motivate myself in a way that I need to keep prioritizing these things. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day or a great night. Bye bye.